Welcome to Watch It Real. I'm Ira Jersey, the men's general manager for Real Central NJ Soccer. With me today is Reginald Coleman. He is the executive vice president for operations for the Boys and Girls Club of Mercer County. Reggie, thanks very much for coming on Watch It Real.
Ira, thanks for having me today. Excited to be here.
So let's talk a little bit about the mission of the Boys and Girls Club of Mercer County. What is your goal in terms of trying to help the boys and girls of the county that we love?
Well, the Boys and Girls Club has been serving youth in Trenton and Greater Trenton for more than 80 years. Our mission is to inspire all the youth we serve, especially those that need us most, to reach their full potential as positive and productive citizens in our communities. We do that through various programs, our biggest programs being our after-school programs, as well as our summer camps. We also offer enrichment activities, sports programs, including soccer, to keep all our kids busy.
So you mentioned some of your programs there as part of your mission statement, but obviously the past 15 months or so has been extremely challenging, particularly for families that are at risk and families in the Trenton and Greater Mercer County area. How were you able to pivot and be able to help during the times when schools were shut down and during the lockdown period over the last year or so?
Ira, it was very challenging. Probably one of the biggest challenges I've faced in my 20 plus years at the club. We shut down in mid-March and we opened our doors back up on June 21st to have a full summer camp experience for our youth. It was quite different. That time we were shut down. It was a lot of planning by all our full-time staff who were home working remotely, trying to figure out, what PPEs can we get, following CDC guidelines. How are we going to open social distancing? We're known for, the club is known for the relationships that we build with our youth. We build a virtual platform to be able to serve youth from while they're in their homes or elsewhere. So it was a lot of new programs, activities, a lot of research, reading, a lot of meetings. But I'm happy to say we came through it all. We were able to offer a camp for over close to 200 kids last summer. And we got through the summer without having one positive case or one shutdown because of COVID.
That's fantastic. So there's obviously a lot of success stories that you can probably tell over your 2 decades with the Boys and Girls Club. Can you give some recent examples? I know you guys just honored a couple of students that are grew up basically with the Boys and Girls Club and are now going on to great things and great lives as young adults.
Sure. We just recently honored 3 of our teens who were Youth of the Year finalists. Youth of the Year is a national program through Boys and Girls Clubs of America where teens go through a local, state, regional, and then if they're lucky enough, a national competition to be named Boys and Girls Clubs Youth of the Year. Michael Holloway, who's a senior in Trenton, she recently won our Youth of the Year competition and competed at the state level just this week. The announcement for the state winner comes this Monday, and the winner at that level receives a $12,000 scholarship, and if they're able to go on to regional, another 12, and then 25,000 to be the national winner. And the Youth of the Year is someone who's been in the club, the club's been able to impact, as well as that member been able to impact the club. Someone who can be the ambassador for the club. So our Youth of the Year usually goes out on speaking engagements, talks about how the club made a difference in their lives and, what it can do for others.
Maybe let's talk a little bit about some past winners from the local level. Like what have some of these young adults gone on to do? Whether it's college or in their careers, and also giving back to the community, because obviously that's a community service is something that our club is strongly embracing, and with the Boys and Girls Club. So yeah, can you talk a little bit about some of the maybe past honorees?
Absolutely. So Ashley Brown, a past winner of the Youth of the Year competition, now is out in the workplace and works for Merck. She's currently in Singapore, giving back to that community in that country there. But before leaving the country, some of the things she did was she came back to the club. She tutored youth. She sponsored monthly birthdays. So if you had a birthday in August, she had a big birthday party for all the kids. September, a big birthday party. She comes back and supports our fundraisers. As a matter of fact, Ashley Harris, who's a recent winner, as well, a Youth of the Year, graduated Trenton Central High School, went on to Howard University, where she got her undergrad and grad, and worked for a couple different companies, and now has landed a position as the director of finance at the Boys and Girls Clubs in Orange County out in California. And she came onto our virtual Night of Shining Stars the other night to speak about her experience in the club, why it made a difference in her life, and why and how she continues to give back. Ira, I can't hear you, Ira.
Thank you. Yeah, this mute button for some reason sticks sometimes. So that's spectacular, and great stories, and these folks have had great careers. Let's talk a little bit about more locally. So one of the reasons why we partnered with you, besides of all these great enrichment activities that you do, is also getting people active, and part of that activity is sport, and the sport obviously that we care about here at Real Central New Jersey Soccer is soccer. So talk a little bit about the programs that you've offered in the past, and what your soccer programming might look like later this year as things reopen and we get schools back into session.
Ira, is there any other sports besides soccer?
I'm still trying to find them. I guess there's basketball. I like it. So I have to say, one of the things that I like, especially from a spectator standpoint, is I like sports that move all the time. So I like basketball, I like hockey, I like soccer.
Sure.
Right? Those are kind of what I do. Sports that you can go get a beer while you're waiting for the next pitch or the next play is just not my thing. So
it's interesting that you bring up some of those sports, because I started at the Boys and Girls Club in 1998, and like a lot of Boys and Girls Clubs in urban centers, basketball is a big sport. And up until we started to see a change about 10 years ago, when our membership started to change, and we started to get more Hispanic and Latino children coming to the club and frequenting our programming. And, obviously they're in a lot of those families in that culture, there's soccer is the number one sport. And, as we kind of want to meet our kids at the door and kind of provide the programs that they want to take part in, we said, let's start to put together a soccer program. And we applied for a soccer grant with the U.S. Soccer Foundation, which is a nutrition and soccer grant. And that was really the first introduction of the sport in this community and within our club. And it started as futsal and indoor, and it grew from there. I mean, so, up pre-COVID, up until then, we were running soccer year round. We had 2 winter sessions of futsal. We had a summer league. We had a fall league that we run right at, near the Cowwater Park, and we've rented school fields to run the leagues. And at our peak, we've had over 30 teams participate in any one season. That's both, that's youth. And then from that, because you come in touch with a lot of parents and family members, an adult league grew from there. So soccer's been very instrumental, and also been a bridge to kids who hadn't come in the club and families who hadn't experienced the club to see what else we offer. So it's been great for us. That
So
means
two questions that come out of that. I guess one is, and I promise these will be my last two. One is when what locations do you have? So if someone sees this and they're interested in participating in any of the Boys and Girls Clubs activities, how do you outreach into the community, and what locations do you tend to do your programming?
so we have two buildings right here in the area. We're at 212 Center Street in Trenton, New Jersey. And then we have our second building at 1040 Spruce Street, right over the border in Lawrence, New Jersey, borders Lawrence, Ewing, and Trenton communities. If anyone's interested in finding out more, you can give us a call at 609-392-3191 or 609-695-6060. Our website is www.bgcmercer.org. You can go on our website, learn more about our programs, and reach out to me or any one of our staff directly to help you and hopefully schedule a visit for you all.
That's great. And then finally, I want to talk just a little bit about our budding relationship between, the brand new soccer club, pre-professional soccer club here that just kicked off both our men's and women's teams this May, Real Central New Jersey Soccer and the Boys and Girls Club. So we'll be doing a Pledge It campaign for our fans and supporters to help raise money for the sports programming that the Boys and Girls Club do. I am personally a donor to the Boys and Girls Club and the great work that you all do, and I hope that others will, will follow that lead. Talk about what you hope to get out of the relationship with us. I mean, I know one of the things we're doing is, as we speak, as Reggie and I are speaking right now on the 21st of May, we have a dozen of our players going through U.S. soccer licensing to help you guys with some training courses and some clinics for soccer. So, talk about what you hope to get out of the relationship with us.
Absolutely, Ira. We're so excited that Real Central Jersey is here in Mercer County and partnering with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Mercer County. As you just spoke of, we're looking forward to some of the clinics that the team will be putting on for our players, some of the learnings our staff will take from the coaches in trying to teach our kids soccer. A lot of our staff come right from this community, and soccer is new to them as well. So not only will our youth participate in these clinics, but so will our staff. There's also opportunity for the team to be volunteer coaches in some of our leagues if they're still in the area during and after the season. We're hoping to support you by bringing our kids and our families out to support the team. Hopefully we can have some pre-camp days. We're talking about scheduling some clinics during the camp day on site, and then maybe having something in the evening for the kids who don't necessarily go to our summer camps but live in the community. We want to present the opportunity to all, not just members who attend the summer camp or after school program, but members that just are within the community. If for whatever reason are attending those programs, they still have the opportunity to learn more about Real Central New Jersey Soccer and also get that support and that exposure.
If I can, it's stuck again. That's wonderful. I mean, just so everyone knows, we're making this coaching education course is being made possible by a grant through New Jersey Youth Soccer and the Innovate to Grow grant from United States Soccer Federation. So this is something that our young players are going to be able to give back themselves by coaching and running these camps and clinics with you. Other soccer programming that we're working on is a high school rec league. One of the things that I think is interesting is how a lot of players stop playing recreationally if they don't play in high school or they don't play travel soccer when they get older. So some kids still want to play, but there might not be enough in their town. So we're trying to do a county-wide Mercer County, very inexpensive, rec league where you have a safe environment and as well as coaching. So and that's something else that we look forward to working on in conjunction with the Boys and Girls Club as well as some of our other partners. With that, Reggie, thanks very much for coming on Watch It Real.
It was a pleasure being here, Ira. And I just want to say, not only are the players giving back, but so is the organization. I failed to mention that you guys are doing some fundraising for us as well. So thank you for that.
Yeah, our Pledge a Campaign will kick off this weekend at our women's game on the 23rd of May. You can catch that game at 6 p.m. at Mercer County Community College. With that, thanks very much for watching Watch It Real. Until next time, stay safe.